Good day, everyone. So this is Afterlab Technology. I want to make a video. I want to replace this stabilizer board. This Thermocool Engineering Company 2000 watts. You can see it clearly. This 2000 watts clearly. I think at the back output. So it's a 2000 watt stabilizer. I'm looking for where they wrote it automatically. Okay, 1500. Yeah, this 1500 watt stabilizer. So now I will start by removing the dead board. So this is the dead board. So this cable is for communication with the display, this display. So let me start removing the soldering board. So now I've removed the dead board now, the condemned board. So this absolute board, I want to replace this stabilizer, this dead board with this new one. So this board you can easily get it from Absolute Technology. So just contact Absolute Technology, then I will send you the board. So it's readily available. So now, now on this board now, yeah, on this board now, this is the fan for the fan, and you can easily connect your fan here to this port. You can see it fan at the back is also labeled fan. So fan. So then this display, the first thing when you want to use this board is that you have to configure this board to work with this display. So that's the first thing. This by default, this stabilizer board work with this type of display. So it works with this type of display. So by default, but you can change the display pattern to work with this display. So that's the first thing. So what I will do here now, I will now collect this cable to this port. And before you do that, please take note. This port, you see ground, 5 volt plus 5 volt, clock, data input and output, switch delay. The same thing applicable to this board now. You can see it clearly. Ground plus 5 volt, clock, data input and output, switch for delay. So just make sure the terminal is correct based on what the label here on the main board. So and now so you collect the display. This is the cable for the display. Do not forget, this is the cable for the display. You collect it to the board. Then you now power it with 12-volt power supply. This is a 12-volt power supply. So let me on it now. So I've on it. So you can see that the display is actually working, but you observe that the pattern here forming on this display is like meaningless. So you have to press this button now. You press this button so that the processor on the board will change the pattern for this display. It will remap the pattern for this display. So let me press it now. I'll press it. So it's now remapping. So but this LED is now coming up again. Let me try it again. So the LED is now working now. Working delay. So it means this where you leave it. So you don't press the button again. So the display is now working perfectly. So let me restart. I want to repress the I want to on off the power supply now. I've off it. Let me on it again. So another advantage of this board is that you can easily detect maybe a relay is having issue. If a relay is having issue, you will actually know. So when you power the board with 12 volts supply, it will start on the relay one by one. So you started listening to the clicking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this gives you assurance that all the relay are working correctly before you fix it to the board. So now go ahead to the collection with the transformer tap. So now we want to be collecting it to this tap now. If you look at this transformer, you will see the label 0 volt, 122, 135, 192, 215, 240, 0, 12. So now this 0 volt here and this 0 volt here, you join them together. So this is the 0 volt. This one 0 volt now, the black here. So now this 0 volt now, you join it together with this black because all the black here were collected together. You can see it. So the 0 volt for the transformer here is collected here, is also collected here. So you join them together to make one terminal now. So I've make it one terminal. So now after that, this is now start to collect this wire to the board. This one is 0 volt based on the label here. This is neutral. So neutral and 0 volt are joined together and the same type cable to the board. You now see on the board now, based on the label, sorry, this 0 volt, 122, 135, 192, 215, 240, and 12.5. So this 0 volt on the board, you can see it clearly. Neutral slash 0 volt. Where is this? Slash 0 volt, followed by 12.5, followed by 122, followed by 153, followed by 192. So clear. So followed by 192, then followed by 240, then followed by 215 as it is labeled here. So let's start now. 0 volt, then 12 volt, .5, so after 12 we have 122. This is for 122 now, based on the label here. After 122 we have 153, after 153 we have 192, after 192 this is 215. You can see this is 215, so you put your 215 here. After 215, now this 240. Then now this is the output wire to the output socket. The output wire to the output socket. You connect it to the output. So now the switch, the live input from the socket here. So this is the live input. You can see it here. Now collect it here. So we have finished the collection. Then the fan. We collect the fan here. Observe the polarity. This is positive. Then the display. You collect it here. Now collect your display. So let's test the stab now. After we have finished collecting everything together. You can see now the display is working. So it's now working perfectly. So it's quite easy to connect, and you can still use the digital display with the start. So this delay switch here is 40, so you can still use it. If the stabilizer is in delay, it will count 99 seconds before supplying, and if the stabilizer is not in delay, it will count 5 seconds. So that's just it. Just obtain this board. Just call Absolab Technology. My number is 081 3636 2785, and you can see that the fan is even working. The fan is working. So the fan is working and everything is working perfectly. So just contact Absolab Technology. Instead of throwing your stabilizer away or condemning it, you can easily fix it with the help of Absolab Technology control board. So we have for 5,000 watts, 2,000 watts, 3,000, 1,500 watts for relay stabilizer. So thank you. Just contact Absolab Technology. That's all for today. And follow Absolab for update, because I will still be uploading video concerning stabilizer and inverter on my page. You can also check my page so to see some of my video on this job. So thank you.